Botrix has successfully joined the channel.
Oh my god, bro. Trit. More minions, please. Spawn a second wave of minions, please. Thank you. That's cheating.
I never got the notification. Back-to-back ads LOL.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. But what notification? That I was streaming or something?
Yes, stream note.
Okay. I started at like 8, so I mean, this is like almost my first hour. But, I today got this piece for the compass, and then yesterday I got a map piece from Hiloku while grinding. I think it's after stream or whatever. But like I legit have like 8 different places on my paint right now.
I'm almost back to Podix.
I'm on my way to back to Paddocks, bro. I wouldn't even. I really wouldn't. Because right now you can, I know this is gonna sound super shit, you can literally just buy, like, for, I think it was at 150 pearls per thing, but you could just buy paint, and there's also paint boxes you could buy for loyalties. I'd rather pay to not go to Paddocks than go to Paddocks. That's how much I hate Paddocks.
My are bought out.
Damn. That's actually tragic. I forget. I hate grinding, and the only reason I'm even grinding because there's a new spot. Bro, what is this song? What the fuck?
Also for Octotemp 7175 it's Jover.
I mean, hey, you're almost there, you know what I mean?
Yet at least it finally goes.
Oh my god, I'm really not gonna get this.
And I got a decent stack out of it.
Nice. Come on, cock. I'm gonna pain the cock, bro. Are they on Serendia or something? I've been hearing complaints today, the people I know were like, yeah, this shit's unbearably sufferable. I also discovered if you leave the golem at like 1% HP, he'll spawn an additional wave of minions. Where's the minions, bro? Why do you have to do that? The moment I fucking bring it up! Alright, bro.
OFC, you made you look like a lair.
Yep. That's how it works, you know. Also, Killdozer, how the hell did you manage to get back-to-back ads, bro? I hate it too, cause like, I went to go take a nap, woke up, and it was like 1950, and war's at 20, and I was like, fuck, bro, I ain't getting into war. Let me refill my coffee real fast. I should probably run away from the spawn, huh? That'd probably be a smart idea. But yeah, after stream, I made like this pasta stew for like high calorie and protein, right? And man, this time around, I made so fucking much. I probably have 2 weeks worth of food. It's so funny. It's completely non-intentional. Bro, like I have like this like super like big metal like cooking pot, you know, usually used for some. Damn, I just missed all that. For like, I don't know, like cookouts and like, I don't know, outdoor cooking and chili or like something like, you know, retardedly large amounts. Because it was the only pot I had that could fit in all the fucking shit. I was like, bro, I haven't used this pot in like 3 years, man. Alright, surely this time I can get the fucking golem minion cheese to happen.
I have an XL Dutch oven filled with pasta and made a hot chili pasta sauce.
Ooh, nice. I have finally discovered how to utilize like heavy whipped cream for dishes. And goddamn, that shit is so fucking good when you do it right. Like, I've literally never used, like, heavy whipped cream for, like, sauce before.
You mean heavy cream?
Yeah. Heavy cream, heavy whipped cream, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yeah. That's how you know I barely use the bitch, because I don't know its name.
Yet it's good in sauces and casserole type dishes.
Yeah. Bro, I haven't had casserole in fucking forever. forever. Holy. Alright. You gonna spawn the fucking minions this time? Let me just give him one more kick in the ass. There you go. Alright, good. Spawn the minions. Alright, there you go, you fucking little rat. So I can double dip and fucking look at all the guys now that they're up. I can double dip. Also, yeah, if I don't run Agris now, I make like average around 10k trash an hour at the moment. You know, pre-accessory drop. So once some accessory drops, bro, I'll have plenty of AP to grind here. I think. I'm not totally sure. Oh man, people are crashing out on today's war. Holy fuck. What's it at? Man, that cannot be good. Yeah, I thought, see, what's funny is I thought I guess the Augment piece, I didn't know it was the Augment piece. I thought this was the Elton piece forever. But then, like, I guess now, whenever artifact pieces drop, right? Or treasure item pieces drop, they're no longer, like, hidden. So, like, you just know exactly what piece it is. I was like, okay. I don't remember that update.
Yeah, they did that with the paint drop rate update.
So, quote-unquote drop rate. I'm like, buddy, I've been grinding here for at least, what has it been, like 8-9 hours now? I've only gotten one piece of, like, paint to drop. Oh, shit. Okay, just fucking googly gawk the whole fucking combo.
300, 400 apparently.
That's crazy. Imagine that. Imagine that was how much they buffed it and it still drops like barely at all. No, fuck. Oh, that sucks. Ow. Oh! Almost killed him. Make more minions. Thank you. Yeah, I've actually been really surprised at how frequently I've been getting like treasure pieces to drop here. Now, granted, you know, RNG at the end of the day, but like I've gotten 2 of them in 2 days, which is crazy. Like, all right, cool. I'm only at, you know, the typical 320. I was like, man, God forbid, I hope something drops. I got like 7 different paints active right now. Man,
Love the videos, keep it Pico 333.
Oh shit, man, I try. I need to make more videos, but I'm just like, I don't, it's not really much to do at the moment. I know, like, I should probably do a video on this spot. The only problem is you can't really cheese it because, I mean, like, you can cheese it, you're just gonna fail the golem DPS check every time, but I'm like, I really like doing the cheese series for Suck Nova, mainly just because it's like, well, yeah, you can, you know, be lower gear score and grind in this spot and blah, 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 but you can't really grind here unless you have, like, the new accessories or, like, just fucking cracked out fucking gear. I don't know, maybe the next video will be, like, an SCP video. That'll be fun. Oh, shit. Bro's like, Kiski, how do you have that much damage? I don't know, bro. Maybe he just knows how to play his fucking class. Crazy concept.
Toji is pretty good to watch for SCP.
Toji? I actually haven't heard of Toji. I mainly watch Bran and Infamous Invictus. It's either that or I watch the funny, like, little animated videos of SCP stuff. Where it's like the... I don't know, it looks like a PowerPoint presentation.
I watch Toji and Kadeva.
As funny as it is, I'm still kind of actually new to like the whole SCP scene too, so. Alright, minions. Give me more. Thank you. So does anybody know when the new accessories drop? Is it, this Wednesday or something? Or Thursday or whatever?
August 12th with Edna Part 2 zones.
Are you shitting me? Bruh. That's like mega cringe. I keep fucking up my combos. Oh, I don't know if I'll make this. Oh! Oh, thank God. Okay. I have actually never seen somebody get a wand crystal. Oh, what a shit. The fun fact when Oct Predon is the thing that sells for money now. Devarekas don't sell for money anymore, boys. It's all Predon. Oh, shit. Time to start fucking getting them Predons and slapping them, man. Oh, what the fuck? Where are the fucking minions, John? Damn, because I missed Node War 2, now I have less monster AP. That's fantastic. Oh, that's a lot. Nice. Huge. Massive. Nice little way to end the hour. Alright. That kind of made up for all my shit, yeah. I was like, I should have ended with like almost 1100 this hour, but it was just kind of like a little AFK. Like messaging someone on Discord at the same time, and now Zephyros has a thing. Fantastic. Woo. I love this guy. He's so funny. Teehee. Oh my god. So here's the problem. Even if I got the pigment to drop, I don't even know what I'd put it on. I don't even know what there would be to put it on, man. No! No! Get out of the way! Okay. God damn. Ugh. It's a little real. Alright. Anyways, I guess that music stopped. Me trying to find fucking YouTube music that isn't copyrighted, so like every time I stream, I don't have to hear YouTube be like, this video can't be monetized. Alright, thanks. My bad. Probably should go do an hour at Zephy since I have these. Is there any like drama that's been going on besides like retarded video drama? Is there any like drama? Oh, let's go look at YouTube and see if the Roach King himself's got shit going on. Let's see. All right. Ass across. Roach King talking about retarded people. Oh, someone made a video about Spider-Man fighting the Hulk. In the comics, Adonia. Let's see. Eminem, 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg. What the fuck, bro? There's nothing good! For fuck's sakes, it's even recommended me Badger's Best of Year 2021. Holy fuck. Oh, I guess there's a shoe on head video, so there's that.
So the other day, I saw a tweet. I feel like all my videos start out like that. The other day, I saw a tweet that said, Woke One was crazy. Attached to the infamous photo of Nancy Pelosi and a bunch of Democrat politicians kneeling in African costumes back in 2020 to honor George Floyd. What a fever dream. There were many similar posts from people talking about how crazy—
Oh damn, I don't even have chat block on, that's crazy.
Woke 1.0, as they call it.
Hold up.
Leftists talking about what they did wrong during Woke 1.0, how they came
repair.
the police, and how they'll do things differently during Woke 2.0. Yeah, You'll get him next time, champ. And don't get me wrong, 2020 was crazy.
I got the last title.
I was, like, preoccupied trying my hardest to get Bernie Sanders and Tulsi Gabbard elected. I don't want to talk about it. But yes, from what I remember, 2020 was crazy. But that was not woke 1.0. Woke 1.0 started long ago. Long ago when being woke was called being an SJW. Back when Anita Sarkeesian was public enemy #1. And I identify as an attack helicopter, believe it or not, was a joke young people told. And not your 65-year-old uncle on Facebook. You see, woke 1.0 was not George Floyd and COVID masks. No, no. This was woke 1.0.
Learn what mansplaining is, and then stop doing it.
Oh no, bro.
Hello and welcome to the Shoe on Head channel. I am your host, Shoe on Head. You may also know me on Reddit as every e-girl combined into one insufferable millennial woman with fetal alcohol syndrome, or perhaps just Asmongold on HRT. As I am filming this, it is the 12th anniversary of my first video on this channel. 12 years. 12 years a slave to the algorithm. So in this video, we are going to react to that video as well as a few other old videos of mine. We're gonna see how well or how terrible everything has aged. Because let's be real, a lot of this shit aged like milk. Wait, why is the arrow pointing this way? What the we're going to talk about woke 1.0, the ancient lore of me and my channel, how the Overton window has shifted so far since then, how stupid everything looks back then in comparison to things happening today. I feel like every morning we wake up and we are living through yet another historical event. The news moves so fast. There's pressure to react instantly, to pick a side, to condemn, to support, but the reality is, when a story first breaks, we're not seeing the full picture. And that's why for years now, I have been using today's sponsor, Ground News. So let's quickly give them a shout out before we get into
but I'm skipping.
like endearing things that have been happening lately. Is people will discover my channel and then they'll make reaction videos to my videos and they'll title them things like, Shoe on Head is done with the left. Shoe on Head is finally waking up. And it's like, I've been woken up. Do not cite the anti-woke magic to me. Nuxtaku. I was there when it was written. Before your girl was Kami Mommy. For better or worse, I was one of the founding fathers of anti-woke content on the internet. I saw this one tweet that was like, the idea there was a woke one is the most jarring to America's moment I've ever had. Really, bitch? I mean, like, I get it. I would pretend it never happened too. It was very embarrassing, but really, bitch? I was there when Bernie Sanders was talking about unions and has microphones snatched by Black Lives Matter. That was basically the birth of my entire political worldview. You can't pretend that shit never happened. I was there when a grown-ass scientist was harassed and brought to tears for daring to wear a shirt with like cartoon pinup girls on it. For the 2010s. You should legally be forced to wear some kind of patch on you in public to identify you as a woke 1.0 freak. When I saw that
that's pretty funny, actually.
I literally had to stop writing my other video to make this one because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna let these people rewrite history. We're not gonna let you write the history books, okay? Who do you think you are? Ghislaine Maxwell's father? So I'm going to be talking about 4 different videos here. Oppression Olympics, Social Justice League vs. Gamers, Average is Beautiful, and Questions for Men Answered by Women. I'm not going to be showing the full videos because this video will be 4 hours long, so if you want to watch the full videos, the links will be in the description. Thank you, I love you, bye-bye. So Oppression Olympics was my first cultural, political video, uploaded July of 2014. 12 years ago. How old were you guys 12 years ago? I am like 60 years old in internet years, like 204 years old in e-girl years. If you have been here, if you have been with me for that long, you deserve like some kind of reparations or something. Like, you have seen some Alright, I am about to watch it. I am so scared. I haven't watched this in years.
Hey there, pretty lady. Do you wear heels? Do you wear makeup? Do you want to go on a diet and get thin? Don't do any of those things. Hey, I'm a feminist. That's right, a feminist in 2014 America.
Can my voice even do that anymore? 2014 America! Oh. I can. Okay, never mind. Pretend I didn't do that. Alright, let's go.
What does that mean? That means I want you to stoop down to my level. And that means don't go on a diet, don't wear heels, don't do makeup, don't do your hair, don't try to look pretty. I get catcalled all the time and I hate it. I just love blogging about it though, and I love blogging about it on my Tumblr. And shaving? Forget
Oh man,
shaving.
Tumblr.
Don't shave. This video game character is dressed too sexily. I don't like it. Change it. I'm dressed too sexily and you don't like it? Stop oppressing me! Did you guys know that rape is bad? Rape is bad! Does anybody know this? Rape is bad. And if you're not a feminist, you're pro-rape.
Oh good, it's over.
Oh, fuck, she's back! Feminism in 2014 America is completely pointless. It's just a label that people are putting on themselves to feel special.
Why do I sound so cute? It's just a label people are putting on themselves like, aw, someone protect her. She doesn't know how bad it's gonna get.
It's the special oppression Olympics. Everyone is in this big race to be the most progressive and the most open-minded and the most oppressed. It is the strangest thing I have ever seen, and it's like infesting like the internet, and it's starting to seep out.
I'm fucking retarded.
And like I really don't like it.
So a little lore behind this video before we continue. First of all, Obama was president. Okay, this was before the Trump era. In fact, this was like months before Gamergate even popped off. This is ancient. Some of you don't even remember a time before Trump. Like, Trump is your normal. You don't remember what the political and cultural landscape was like before Trump. That is like crazy to me. Anyway, at this time I was like 23, 24, working at a makeup counter in the mall, and I noticed all the people around me were changing. Their personalities were shifting. They were becoming like very unfunny and like offended at everything. It was very weird. One example that sticks out in my mind for some reason was my friend screamed in my other friend's ear, and my friend was like, ah, you're gonna make me go deaf. And then my other friend was like, that's not funny. My brother's half deaf. I don't know why that one sticks out, but like, that was a pivotal moment where I was like, what the fuck is going on? Also, we later found out that her brother was in fact not half deaf, but anyway, the only thing I traced it back to was they all used the same website.
This video is mostly about
Tumblr. Ah, poor Tumblr, bro.
Oh my god, is that big?
You were the GOAT until the day you became public enemy #1.
Should get some kind of like compensation for being on so many YouTubers' thumbnails. She was the face of the triggered feminist SJW for years.
Number one, shut the f up for a second. Now, if you would shut the f up for the 50th millionth time.
And then it was this other person. Where are these people nowadays? I wonder what they're up to.
Tumblr is the reason there is just this outbreak and infestation of SJWs, ruining my internet, ruining my real life, and just sucking the sense of humor out of so many people I know.
Tumblr was very popular back then, but there was like some dark evil energy coming from it, and I sensed it. And at the time, that is where I thought all this woke SJW shit was coming from. Little did I know, like, a lot of these people on Tumblr were college kids. All this culture, white supremacist bullshit was coming from the college classroom. And at the time, I didn't know. I was just a humble makeup salesman, so I was really confused, and I felt like I was going crazy. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to boot up the Shoe on Head channel. I'm gonna vent and make a video. Nobody's gonna fucking see it. I don't care. As far as I knew, there was no other videos online talking about this subject, so I just filmed it, edited it, uploaded it, and left. Like, I didn't check the comment section, and I didn't even know that Thunderfoot, a YouTuber, shared my video, and that's how it originally blew up. And from there, I found out, oh, there's more people who agree with me. I found like Sargon of Akkad and like the Honey Badgers. It was crazy to feel like, oh, I'm not going insane. Things are changing.
They're all in this big competition to see who can be the most progressive and the most tolerant, at the same time being the most annoying and the most intolerant people that I've ever met in my life. It is just a big, it's the oppression Olympics. Labeling yourself as
Oppression Olympics.
Stop it. It is not a movement anymore. You do not need it. Nobody needs it. You have every single right that every guy has now. Like most feminists feminists on the internet just hate men.
Now, if you can believe it, and this might be hard to believe while watching this video, this was transgressive back in the day. This was like crazy to hear online back then, especially coming from a woman. We're saying things like, oh, feminism is doo-doo, and like obvious ass like,
why did I just try grabbing a minion?
Victim complex these days. That was like sacrilegious, and now it's like nothing. Now it's like wallpaper. Everyone thinks that. Every day there's like a new racist ego popping up and saying the N-word and then falling off a week later. Like if this video came out today, you would get like no views because it's the most basic shit ever. This video almost got me fired from my job. You know, like they found out where I worked, they called my boss, they were like, she hates women, like all this stuff. When it first blew up, most of the comments were negative. It was just a bunch of angry women being like, you're a handmaiden of the patriarchy. Like this was before the term pick me existed. Handmaiden of the patriarchy. That goes kind of hard. Can we bring that back? Okay, so that was the first video. Let's watch another one, shall we? This is called Social Justice League vs. Gamers.
May or may not have noticed, I've been fully immersed in this whole Gamergate thing since it started like 2 months ago.
Gamergate was 2 months ago? Oh my god. For those of you who don't know what Gamergate was, you know what, don't worry about it. Some woman allegedly slept with someone and now the straight up things happened in between that, but that's basically the gist. Editing shoe here. I decided to actually put in a brief explanation because genuinely a lot of you might not know. Gamergate kicked off when game devs and game journalists were accused of sleeping with each other for better game reviews. A bunch of journalists then coordinated anti-gamer hit pieces, all coming out around the exact same day, saying things like gamers are dead and focusing on how sexist and white and male gaming spaces were. It was a mess that went on for like 3 years, arguably longer, and many people cite it as one of the first major culture wars online. People went to the UN to talk about sexism in gaming. There was even a Law and Order episode about evil sexist gamers. They leveled up. Also, Logan Paul was in that episode for some reason. It was a weird time. Anyway.
Seeing good friends of mine get labeled as misogynist, sexist, racist, only for enjoying video games and seeing through this very obvious agenda pushing 100% no. I honestly could not imagine being so deluded that you actually make yourself believe that all gamers are white, cis, males who are worse than ISIS. I'm not even mad, I'm actually like impressed that these people have the ability. They're like champions of mental gymnastics of the oppression Olympics.
SJW, logic and facts. Oh my god.
Coming in like, I like this, I like that, I like this. This character doesn't look like me. She's not frumpy and below average. It makes me insecure. Change it, change this. I don't like this, I don't like that. I don't even play that, but I don't like it. There could be a fucking black, Mexican, Chinese, demisexual, lesbian, feminist, otherkin in a wheelchair with no legs and shit. And these crybabies be happy.
Oh my god, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. They still do this shit. They still invade nerdy male spaces and force them to cater to them. They're still purposely making female characters like ugly and frumpy. You still can't pander to them because they'll never be happy.
Take a look at this.
It's a frightening and disgusting trend in the world of online gaming. Hackers rewriting code to simulate sexual assault.
Sam Meggs stopped playing online over a year ago because of what she calls a misogynistic mentality that already exists in the world of gaming. The graphics are so good, this attack is eerily realistic.
Oh, that's that? I've been doing it wrong? God damn!
God, I forgot all about the traffic cone. My dad literally stole that traffic cone off the street from me. I was like, Dad, I need a traffic cone for this video I'm doing. He like took it off the street and he's like, here you go. He didn't even like ask what it was for. I was just like, thanks. Like, it's good to have a supportive father here. It's called Average is Beautiful.
Race together? Wow, how progressive!
Oh my god, race together. I forgot all about this. In 2014, Starbucks did this thing called Race Together, where I shit you not, they made baristas write #race together on the cups to encourage discussion about race relations with customers.
Oh yeah, let's get rid of
That's
like
That's weird.
Making awkward conversation about
That's so weird, bro.
Why? They were forcing 18-year-old kids to have awkward-ass discussions with strangers about race. Yeah, can I get a tall cappuccino? Ah, yes, hello. I see you are a person of color. What the were they smoking back then?
Like, I just imagine some black lady, like, on her way to work, walk through the Starbucks, like, oh, can I have a latte, please? And the barista just like, ah! I see you are a woman of color.
Oh my god. I made the same fucking joke. I didn't even remember. That's I did it again. Wow, it's almost like we have the same brain or something.
Listen, social justice, you can, like, invade video games all you want, you can do whatever you want to comics, but don't touch my Disney. I will send the hounds on you.
Oh god. Nobody tell her. Nobody tell her. Nobody tell her. Weird. Weird. This one is called internalized misogyny.
If you're a woman capable of individual thought, you've probably had the term internalized misogyny thrown at you a few times. So, what is it exactly? Being retarded. The end. There are so many stupid feminist rebuttals, but I think internalized misogyny has to be, like, my top favorite. Right after she's doing it for male attention and she'll learn when she's older. She'll learn when she's older, as if one day it's just gonna be like,
Happy birthday to you.
holy shit! Manspreading is an issue!
I am literally older now than I was meant to be in that skit about the future. And I did not, in fact, learn when I got older. I got worse.
People have an excuse and a buzzword for everything. Racist, sexist, MRA, right-wing, conservative, privileged.
Oh my god, MRA. I forgot about MRAs. Oh my god. MRAs were men's rights activists, and before people were getting called like incel online for criticizing women or supporting men, they were being called MRA. Yes, it was considered a insult back then to care about men's rights. This was before the modern red pill. This was before Andrew Tate, Clavicular, Fresh and Fit. We had like Roosh V.
For the longest time, I wanted to do a post on how to approach girls that are ordering a drink at the bar. So what I did is I went to the toy store and I bought some dolls. These two are the cute girls who you want to have sex with.
That was our Andrew Tate back then.
Right-wing, conservative, privileged. They do this to move the goalposts. So then you're like, oh wait, I'm not an MRA. This is why I'm not an MRA.
That's why you don't play the game. Like, I didn't know this at the time, I was naive and stupid, but you don't fight back. You don't go like, oh no, I'm not right-wing, I voted for Bernie, I have a gay friend. Like, no, shut up, no. You just have to go, okay, and even if you're not, because literally all they have is the ists and the isms. Defending yourself from their thought-terminating buzzwords is just, it's useless, it's a waste of time. I wish I knew that back then. So this is my most viewed video ever, 10 million views. Demonetized. Haven't seen a single cent from that video. Awesome. Anyway.
So we all know BuzzFeed is the internet equivalent of ass cancer. We know this, and I'm pretty sure the website is a government experiment created to test my patience.
Is that a Mr. Meeksy shirt? Oh my god, dude. Back when Rick and Morty was funny.
They're known for hits like, let's get fat women to do poses only fit gymnasts can do.
Oh, dude, I remember that shit.
Compliments and damage control the video. So without further ado, I present to you 36 questions feminists have for men.
They were just pumping out videos like this constantly. Every week, another mass-produced, corpo-slop, anti-man, anti-white video.
So when you see the word white privilege, I think power.
We can never let this happen again. I don't care if Trump blows up the world, okay? They can make Israel a 51st state. As long as I never have to hear,
hey fellow white guy,
ever again.
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
How does it feel to be the same sex as someone I personally politically disagree with? The man is literally Satan to these people. Like, they could have said Hitler. They basically meant Hitler. Trump is their Hitler. It's very trendy to hate Trump right now.
Oh wow.
I'm pretty left-leaning, but I've been called a Trump supporter like 6 times in the past few months.
6 times? 6 times? Oh, you poor baby. Try 6,000. At the time, the anti-woke, anti-SJW genre was mostly full of liberals. It was mostly liberals criticizing, you know, all of this stuff, all of this woke behavior. We all saw this as not real liberalism. This isn't the real left. The real left cares about, like, real equality and workers' rights and blah, 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 blah. You know, we wanted to call our side out. Obviously, that didn't work, but we tried.
Why do you have to sit with your legs so wide open?
Men have balls.
Oh my god. One of the top issues people would talk about nonstop back then was men sitting with their legs slightly open on public transport. It was seen as some like patriarchal like statement of power or some like every week we had to hear about manspreading.
Manspreading is when a man spreads his physical body to take up as much space as humanly possible.
What happened to all these little pet issues they were all upset about? I guess like people can't afford houses now, right? They can't find jobs. I don't think they have energy to talk about the pink tax or manspreading or whatever.
Why are straight guys so obsessed with lesbians?
Wow, this chocolate bar sure is good. But you know what would make it better? Wow, another chocolate bar. Two of a thing I like. Together.
People still come to my channel to this day and leave comments on my videos like, "Are you the chocolate bar girl?" My legacy.
Why do I deserve to be paid less than you?
The wage gap is simply the average earnings of men and women working full-time. It does not count for different job positions, hours worked, or different jobs. It has nothing to do with the same job. It has nothing to do with discrimination.
So the reason I have a button that debunks the wage gap is because back in the day you could not escape hearing about the fake-ass 77-cent wage gap bullshit. I don't think you hear about the wage gap anymore because young women are starting to out-earn young men. So
Yeah.
Why are women perceived as the weaker sex?
Because on average, we are. It's a fact. Trigger warning. Facts.
Liv's owned. Trigger warning. Facts. Okay, Ben Shapiro, calm down. I thought that was such a mic drop.
Are you intimidated by a woman who makes more money than you? That's awesome. More money.
So when women make less, it's called the wage gap. But when men make less, it's just more money. Sorry, I'm like responding to the old video instead of my video. I forget how stupid these talking points were, dude. And sorry, I'm just watching these videos. I'm thinking about all the fucking people on Reddit who are like, "Shoe on head sent me down the alt-right pipeline." Really? This is what did it? How the fuck is it my responsibility if you watch milquetoast ass shit like this and start goose stepping? I went down the alt-right pipeline. I was a Nazi. First of all, no you weren't. No you weren't. You probably watched him. Ben Shapiro owns
Bro,
college.
what is my RG?
And then some other YouTuber years later told you that's what being a Nazi is, and that actually having the politics of a Walmart HR department is salvation. Like, can we fucking relax? I'm sorry, I don't understand the YouTubers and streamers from this era who have like trolls remorse about this shit, that feel guilty for making fun of this stuff back then because they think them making fun of this stuff gave rise to Trump and whatever. It's like, no, this stuff gave rise to Trump, not you reacting to it. Like, why wouldn't you make fun of this shit? It's ridiculous and it's counterproductive. Like, you wonder why so many Gen Z men are further right than like boomer men. It's not because they watch a YouTuber called BuzzFeed cringe, right? It's because BuzzFeed and things like it, the media, academia, the culture that they grew up in, a reactionary movement needs something to react to. Like this shit, as goofy as it was harmful. It was harmful to society in general, and it was harmful to like the left because this is how people saw the left. Trump wasn't elected specifically because BuzzFeed, right? I'm like, that's stupid. But there was this like slingshot effect against it. Woke won. But more importantly, there was a hole in politics left from a do-nothing neoliberal neocon establishment that was just waiting to be filled by a populace, and Trump filled that hole. Trump filled America's hole, he got America pregnant, and 9 months later, out pops a war. And America's like, I didn't ask for that. Well, why'd you open your legs? Sorry. You were asking for it. Okay. Sorry. Anyway, now people online are like, oh, Woke 2 is gonna be great. Woke 2 is gonna hit like crack.
If you thought we were woke before, you done went and woke the beast. Welcome to Woke 2.0.
Do you want Hitler too? Because that's how you get Hitler too. We are not doing this shit again. I would kindly advise against it. If you look at everything happening now, like literal pedophiles running the world, bills being passed to merge our military with foreign militaries, a bunch of AI surveillance cameras popping up everywhere, bombs we pay for with our tax dollars against our will going to blow up children. All of this shit seems extremely petty and unimportant. But it was part of this like deeply subversive, destructive dropped in society. I used to always say that culture war was a distraction from class war, and for the most part, I still kind of think that's true, but I can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. I could want the rich to pay their fair share and also want my children to grow up in a world where it's not socially acceptable to eat them. Yeah, these videos were a little cringe, and like, I think they aged that. Some of the jokes were really cringe, and like, facts and logic, liberals! I pretty much do the same videos, but now they're more like organized and structural and scripted. I do the same videos, but in a more medicated sort of way. Big Vivans has taken away your millennial pork chunduses. Big Pharma won't let me go merp. So that was that video. I thought it would be fun to do. What did you guys think? If you want to see my full, raw, unedited reaction to my first video, there is a bonus video up on my Patreon right now, link down below. What the fuck? Also, all Patreon members get every single video a day early, uncensored, no bleeps. I'm also doing Patreon-only live streams now, so I would love to see you guys there. Lots of stuff going on. Link down below. Join today. We want you. Join the Shoe Simps. Join the SS today. Also, a big thank you again to today's sponsor, Brown News. Go check them out. Link down below. And I will see you guys with a new video.
What the fuck? Marriage counselor gives horrible advice? That can't be good. Who would have guessed?
From Timbo right here, Bungie chased the wrong future.
So about a month or so ago, when Bungie announced they were pulling the plug on Destiny 2, I made a video sharing my initial thoughts. And that video is different from what I normally do. Typically, I'll script everything out, proofread it multiple times, you know, try to make something polished with edits and music and whatever else is going to keep everyone's TikTok-infected attention spans occupied. However, that video served as just my raw, unfiltered thoughts on a situation. It was essentially me reacting in real time to the end of an era. Now that some time has passed and the situation at Bungie has evolved quite considerably, I wanted to revisit this in a way that's much more deliberate and thought out. As I've always said, your boy's a professional over here. And before y'all crucify me because of the title, my goal here isn't to defend Bungie leadership or go to bat for corporate entities like Sony and Activision. I am devastated for all of those who have lost their jobs, and I still feel like this situation was avoidable. However, reality is reality, and there are a lot of reactionary and emotional narratives circulating that are just naive, quite frankly. So today I want to take as objective a look as we can at this situation, talk about how we got here, how it possibly could have been avoided, and where things are likely to go moving forward.
All right.
I want to start by going back to the beginning. Not that far. This is going to be a lot of info, so buckle your seatbelts, kids. Let's go back to the launch of the original Destiny in 2014. At that time, Bungie was owned by Activision and had roughly 500 employees, which is a pretty standard size for a AAA studio. On top of that, they had help from Activision-owned studio High Moon, which had around 150 people working there, for a total workforce of 650. Obviously, these are just estimations. By 2017, with the launch of Destiny 2, Bungie grew to 750 employees and had help from High Moon and another studio called Vicarious Visions, making the total work,
and it was such a goated studio there,
force roughly 1,100 employees. About 2 years later, Bungie decided to go independent. A lot of people supported this at the time, and employees supposedly popped champagne in the office, which I'm sure HR was a huge fan of that. But in leaving Activision, Bungie lost support from High Moon and Vicarious Visions, which lowered their total workforce to just the 750 Bungie employees. Over time, Bungie rehired enough people to make up for that and converted Destiny into a full-blown live service, free to play game. Now, in my opinion, this decision doomed them. Nearly every major problem Destiny has had over the years originated from this decision. But let's keep going at this chronologically. Like practically every studio at this time, Bungie saw rapid growth and foolishly expected infinite growth. I don't know why every CEO couldn't predict people would go back outside after COVID died down, but thousands upon thousands of people have paid the price because they didn't. During this time, Bungie ballooned to an estimated 1,600 employees. So the same game, Destiny 2, went from having to pay 650 staff to 1,600. Even if you included the workforce of Activision-owned studios into that number, that's still over 500 more people to support, which, if you recall, is the entire size of Bungie itself back in the Destiny 1 days. In case that isn't crazy enough, 200 people made Halo Reach in 2010. Now, there are reasons why some studios get as big as Bungie.
Holy
in many
shit,
scenarios, it is actually
I did not know
necessary.
that.
It mostly comes down to the rate at which content is made.
200 people made Halo Reach.
There is no core group of people working for 5 years on one game.
Fuck.
It's a constant treadmill of updates, not to mention all the support you need to upkeep the engine and balance things and find bugs and prevent cheaters and the constant marketing. It's an entirely different beast. At their best, live service games can generate a seemingly never-ending flow of revenue. Instead of getting one massive dump of money every several years, games can make recurring revenue every single day. The trade-off, and this is partially why so many of these projects fail, is because live service games have significantly higher overhead costs to maintain than just a traditional boxed price game. And what makes the Bungie situation unique is they were trying to make several of these live service games at once, not just Destiny. And Destiny specifically as a live service is even more expensive than a lot of other free-to-play live service titles, due to Destiny's updates needing new story campaigns, new PvP maps and modes, new subclasses, new enemy types, new weapons and armor, new raids and dungeons, so much more content.
Slight correction. For the past 3 years, we haven't gotten shit in Destiny PvP. So, yes, everything else, for sure. We definitely had a lot of stuff coming into the game. And the other part of it was Destiny constantly had to rotate that same stuff out. So it wasn't like they had a moment to really breathe. Outside of the annual expansions content, seasonal content rotated in, rotated out, which is such a shitty system. On the PvP side, though, we didn't get jack shit, though.
Than what you would get in an update for Apex Legends, for example. And this problem became so exasperated because those massive yearly content drops weren't even all the content people became accustomed to in Destiny. There were seasonal storylines, seasonal activities, live holiday-themed events, a really staggering amount of content constantly coming into the game, which trained the Destiny audience into thinking that cadence was normal and sustainable, which it wasn't, and largely contributed to some of the game's biggest problems, those being FOMO tactics, poor onboarding, and the content wall. Here's a really unpopular opinion. When Justin Truman said that over-delivery line at GDC in 2022, he was 100% right. People often interpret what he said as being this idea that you should like purposefully throttle your developer's passion and give your consumers less content. Like, don't make something a 10 out of 10, keep it a 7 out of 10 so as to not over-deliver and set their expectations too high. But that's not what he was saying. He was talking about content release cadence. It's like if you start giving your dog food from the dinner table, they're not gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, thank you, master, for giving me food. I am so grateful." I don't know why my dog voice sounds like Dobby, but no, they're gonna keep coming back and expect more. If any of you run, out there, any runners out there, maybe if you really tried, you could hit a 6-minute mile, and that would be great. But could you maintain that pace for 10 miles straight? Unless your name's Nick Bear, probably not. Justin Truman used a train analogy to get this across, but his point was essentially to run at a slower pace that's maintainable so you don't die before you reach the finish line. I would argue Destiny ran at a pace it could not sustain. To realize their live service visions for Destiny, Bungie needed to release new content on a very regular cadence. To make that content, Bungie needed to hire more people. Those people needed to get paid, and unfortunately that frequency of content created a lot of problems for the game itself. Stuff was added and deleted all the time, the engine got older, the game got buggier, the new player experience became awful and confusing. They needed to slow down the pace, but they couldn't. One, because this rate of new Destiny content was now the expectation from the community, and more importantly, because they literally couldn't afford to. They needed to pay 1,600 people. Unlike a single-player game that releases once and then makes enough cash to cushion the studio to the next release, they can't take 6 months off to fix the game. They need to give people new content so they can keep making money. Embark recently did something similar to this with Arc Raiders, saying they were going to have fewer but larger content updates moving forward, and people lost their minds. But Embark can get away with this because Arc Raiders was massively profitable, giving them a large cushion to fall back on. Embark only has like 400 staff, and they have some diversification in their offerings, supporting both Arc Raiders and the finals. So if Arc Raiders has a bad month, maybe the finals picks up the slack. If the finals isn't looking that good, maybe new Arc Raiders content helps their finances from nosediving. Crazy concept how the same company makes two games and their corresponding communities don't bicker with one another online like jealous siblings. Anyway, all three things I mentioned Bungie didn't have with Destiny. A cash cushion, reasonably sized staffing, and portfolio diversification to prevent the roller coaster chart, you know what I'm saying? Bungie solely relied on Destiny, and when they tried to not solely rely on Destiny, everyone assumed they were trying to replace Destiny. And there is this stigma thrown around the internet that Destiny was this infinite money glitch, but that's objectively not true. Destiny generated a lot of revenue, but revenue isn't the same thing as profit. Despite generating hundreds of millions of dollars during peak expansion launches, the cost of maintaining Destiny 2 was nearly equal to what it brought in. They needed to release content at the rate that they did. You can go back to 2021. Both Microsoft and Activision's corporate financial reviews noted that Bungie suffered from an unsustainably high burn rate. Microsoft considered buying them again and didn't because of this. Now, I will caveat, to be fair, to be objective, you know what I'm saying? We do know that at this time, Destiny 2 was not only funding itself, but also Marathon and multiple other incubation projects. Part of the reason why the studio got so big was so that they can make these other projects in addition to Destiny. We know Bungie headquarters is located in one of the most expensive places in the United States, and it's safe to assume Bungie was pushing people to return to said office because they spent millions renovating it. The community's frustration over Bungie leadership misallocating funds is completely understandable. Bungie leadership absolutely mismanaged funds. But to say that Bungie would have been raking in cash forever if they never tried to expand, stayed at 750 employees, and ignored pursuing other projects, that's an idea I cannot get behind. They likely would have survived for a longer period of time, but they would have eventually trended toward a financial crisis, especially post the final shape.
I just have to disagree here. There's a way to do things, there's a way not to do things. We're seeing it, you know, we're seeing real examples from digital extremes with Warframe and Sulfur. Look, if you mismanage one game, lo and behold, you're probably going to mismanage another. You know what I mean? And the reality is yeah, there's been a lot of mismanagement, and the cushion was at one time, Destiny was making so much fucking money that mismanagement wasn't that big of a deal. It was only when things started to contract that, oh my God, we actually got to fucking budget our shit. And you know, that's before we even get into the fact of like how to even bring about another game into it, and what's the appropriate way to onboard one's community for both games. But you know, we see real example, and that's not just the only example. There's so many studios out there, by the way, guys, that have multiple games they manage. I mean, look at what GGG does with Path of Exile 1 and 2. You know what I mean? And like they stagger their releases. They do a good job managing both of those games. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, the thing that shot Bungie in the foot was out of the 4 incubation, some would even say 5, but let's just say 4. Out of the 4 incubation projects that Bungie was working on, only 1 made it out. And the one that made it out, you know, that's Marathon. It didn't do that well. That's terrible.
The incubation projects and office spending turned what was a slow, long-term decline into a rapid, catastrophic financial emergency that forced the Sony buyout. It sped up what was inevitably going to happen anyway without some sort of intervention. And let's talk about that Sony buyout, because it has led to a whole separate can of worms, especially now that Destiny 2's live service has ended. The $3.6 billion price for Bungie is utterly insane. Edward Kenway and Trevor are swooning at Pete Parsons for that theft. I've seen some confusion around this, so just so we're all on the same page, the $3.6 billion was not Sony injecting money directly into Destiny 2. Like, this wasn't a donation. Bungie isn't a charity. If you owned a house and I bought that house from you, you would get the money and I would get the house. I don't pay you to then own the house and then also use that money to renovate my kitchen. The $3.6 billion went to those that owned parts of Bungie. $2.4 billion of it went to buy out the private shareholders and founders, and the other $1.2 billion was locked up in employee retention bonuses. Bungie continued to rely on the revenue generated from Destiny to fund projects and pay their staff. Sony also didn't buy Bungie for Destiny 2 exclusively. Bungie was sold to Sony for its promised future portfolio and live service experience. It was a massive investment they hoped would pay off with Destiny continuing to make money, Marathon and the other incubation projects they pitched turning profits, as well as Bungie acting as a consultant to other studios within SIE on their own live service games.
That right there is what I believe Sony placed the value at, was, again, Bungie being these live service experts that were going to help bring in and deliver on all those other live games. And the reality is, it's just, I don't think any of them have done well. Hell, many of them were canned. The one that made it out the door was Concord, and that one is arguably the biggest bomb in gaming history. And so if Sony is associating Bungie's value with being that live service game mentor, and now all the live service games have essentially all been canned, dropped, or bombed at launch, then, well, how do you think they value Bungie now? That's why I'm like, us watching this happen in real time, I'm like, man, I think Sony is looking at Bungie. They're like, we don't care if the name dies. And it's not even like, again, it's not even on the revenge thing or like that. I know there was that journalist that reported it. I think it's what they look at is they're throwing out the whole strategy, which was we were going to have, what did they say? Didn't Sony say they were going to have 12 live service games at one time? It didn't quite work out.
In reality, though, Destiny 2 declined. Marathon released to critical success, but has not made back its budget or retained players, and ended up costing way more than a project of that size should. The other incubation projects were banished to the Shadow Realm and made literally nothing back. And Sony's other live service ventures Bungie was helping with, such as the Last of Us factions thing, never saw the light of day either. Didn't make a penny. It was a really risky, desperate investment for Sony into live service as a whole that ultimately failed. Given the situation they were in, I don't even think Bungie's plan was that bad. The execution of said plan, though, went about as bad as you can imagine. If you have this aging game of Destiny 2, which was sometimes profitable and other times missing revenue targets by 45%, having other games in your portfolio is a good idea. Theoretically, if these other games were able to be made and maintained pretty cheap compared to Destiny, you would be better equipped to survive rough patches in Destiny through basic financial diversification. You'd also be making games that don't have such a high burn rate. The idea that if Marathon did well, they'd stop making Destiny because look at Apex and Titanfall, is one of those things that sounds smart when you say it out loud, but doesn't hold up if you think about it for more than 2 seconds. It's cherry picking. Marathon was never meant to be Bungie's main game. The only scenario where it would replace Destiny is if Marathon literally became the next Apex Legends, one of the most successful live service games ever. And even that is a maybe. They wouldn't have abandoned the Destiny IP if Marathon was a moderate success. It bombing, which it did, has way more of a negative effect on Destiny. Destiny players certainly don't have to like or play Marathon. I don't like Marathon nearly as much as I like Destiny. But watching Destiny players actively prey on Marathon's downfall, then cry when there's no more Destiny content, putting all the blame on Marathon and just completely ignoring Destiny's own faults, It's so embarrassing, dude. I can't even stand to watch it, honestly.
Well, we've definitely done that. Look, the reality is that I think a lot of Destiny players didn't really have a problem with Marathon. Seriously, I'd actually say many Destiny players picked up Marathon at launch, played it, gave it a go, gave the feedback, and went about their business. And it was like, all right, when we're gonna wrap up this Fate Saga thing? And then the Fate Saga thing didn't work out because it got canned alongside everything Destiny related. So I think that the Destiny community really only got salty about Marathon because of that. Because at the end of the day, the way a Destiny player looks at it is Destiny is not getting any more content, but Marathon is. One has 10 times the amount of players as the other game. And it makes you go, make anybody go, what the
I can't. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired of this, boss. The Destiny community and the Marathon community are like in this petty civil war on the internet, when in reality, they needed one another. And I get it.
I also want to disagree here. I don't fucking need you, Marathon. Matter of fact, I don't think we ever needed you. You know what? I think Destiny could have used that $250 million for other shit. I'm just being real. I think we could have used your $250 million for other shit. You know, you know what? I'm gonna take it a step further. I think we could have overhauled Gambit for way cheaper and have probably just as much success.
Destiny players feel abandoned, viewing Marathon as a resource drain to their favorite game. And Marathon players faced immediate hostility from a faction of gamers who wanted Marathon to fail out of spite because of how Destiny was handled. Petty. The truth is, Marathon couldn't launch without Bungie's existing ecosystem. That's a fact. But Destiny couldn't carry Bungie forever. This infighting is ridiculous.
I can tell you right now, firsthand from Bungie devs, that one of the biggest contributing factors to Destiny underperforming was Marathon. That's straight from Bungie devs, 1000%. Marathon contributed in a very meaningful way to less content. You look no further than the fact that if you were a PvP player that played Destiny, you saw no content for like 4 years. Why? Well, because the PvP team that was deving Destiny was deving Marathon. Who would have thought? And let's not even get into budgets here and fucking spending and everything else.
Comparing their player counts as if they're adversaries is ludicrous. You think Coke has beef with Diet Coke? They didn't make Diet Coke to replace regular Coke. They made it so that if someone out there wanted a sugar-free option, they wouldn't buy a Pepsi. Make up and kiss already, guys. I'm tired of this. The last thing I want to address is the future for Bungie. Given how expensive Destiny was to maintain and where things were post the final shake.
But Marathon's not even Diet Coke. Marathon's like, you know what I go from? This is like, Marathon is tap water. Did you know that a huge reason why there are these different versions of Coke or even Diet Coke, it actually boosts the sales of the original drink. People, you know, like for instance, they like come out with like cherry Coke or something, right? Cherry Coke not only gets sales, but also boosts the sales of the actual original Coke. Cherry Coke is lit. Cherry Coke is ass. Both of you have two very different experiences. And maybe to reassess that benchmark, you might take a sip of actual Coke. You know what I mean? What does this have anything to do with Destiny and Marathon? Somewhere in there. It's somewhere in there.
Ending it was the correct decision. As painful as that is to say as a longtime Destiny fan. I've seen pleas from other content creators and people in the comments basically begging for Destiny 3. I hope I am wrong. That just ain't gonna happen. They don't care about signatures on a petition. They don't. And they don't care about you spamming Twitch chat. Even prior to the layoffs, Bungie doesn't have the money to fund a Destiny 3. They need it from Sony, and Sony is not going to give it to them. Asking them to invest more into Destiny when they already spent $3.6 billion on the studio is insane. It would cost hundreds of millions of dollars, take numerous years. Given everything that's transpired, it's not going to get approved.
Guess what? Destiny made enough money to have funded itself. That funding went elsewhere. Look, man, you don't have to make a Destiny 3, just like I don't have to play anything from Bungie every game. These are the decisions we're all gonna have to make. That's it. That's how it goes. I don't have to spend my money on anything, whether that be Bungie or Sony related. It's nothing personal. I guess it kind of is. Who knows? Who fucking knows?
I do think it's possible a Destiny 3 would be profitable. Sure, even in today's landscape, it's a popular game, but it's a lot more complicated than that. They would need to massively restructure Destiny's content model so that it doesn't have such a high burn rate. And even then, an executive doesn't ask, you know, if a project will be profitable, and if it is, then they greenlight it. They don't do that. They'll ask, what is the absolute best way to spend this money? So if Sony has $500 million they're looking to spend, do you think it's better to put all of that into one game, Destiny 3, this high burn rate game, or several smaller, lower risk single player projects? Let's say they make Destiny 3,
you won't make single player games,
and generates 50 million in profit. Great, right? That's a 10% return over 5 years. They could have stuck that $500 million into a standard index fund, something with basically zero risk, and returned the same amount of revenue, if not more. As a consumer and a fan of games, I hate that, but that's how it is. You know how much money Sony...
Every fucking publisher out there is trying to find a way to harness your mega millions, your fucking mega bombs. But the reality is it's chasing tails, and there's only so many games that actually have breakouts. Like true fucking breakouts. What you actually see in environments such as this one is you normally see a reinvestment back into proven IPs. You're seeing it right now because of all the fucking remakes. Some perform better than others, sure. But you're seeing a cycle of reinvestment back into proven IPs to try to find that grounding and that footing. Could Sony take that money and put it elsewhere, whether that be what, you know, in VOO or goddamn treasuries? Absolutely, they could do that. But most, I mean, being the company that they are, they want to invest in studios, considering they have Bungie owned from $3.6 billion. You would want to get something out of that. You're not going to get the live service game expertise that you thought you were going to get. Marathon is not going to be the hit that everyone wanted it to be. So what do you have left? What do you have left? Now we're talking about salvaging an asset here. What do you have left? You have one thing left. A proven IP, which is the Destiny IP. That's all you got. I don't know of anything. I don't know of anything else that Bungie's got. What else does Sony and Bungie got here? Owning? Myth? Destiny almost got canceled. War Minds America, we made it this far. There's a 30-minute video about this that I just watched. Yeah, I mean, Truman and them have talked about it. You know, they talked about them almost getting shut down after Curse of Osiris. Look, dude, I mean, Borderlands is still making Borderlands. Gearbox is still making Borderlands. Warframe is still consistently putting out content every year, and now they're doing it for 2 games. Division 2 literally has an event going on this very week with other content planned for the rest of the year, and they're launching a Division 3. There is a way that Destiny 2 could have continued, or Destiny 3, or whatever the Does anyone in this chat recognize that Marathon was never meant to replace Destiny? Look, man, I think a lot of us wish that Marathon came out and did better than what it did. I do. I like seeing all the layoffs and everybody that worked, whether they worked on Marathon or Destiny, depart. No, I wish Marathon came out and did way better. It doesn't matter. Like, that's the thing. What does it matter? At the end of the day, this is the results. We're living with the results. So what does it matter? I mean, look, the result is that for me, this is me personally, I think the way that Destiny was ended was shit. So shitty, in fact, that I'm going to have a very hard time playing anything down the road from Bungie or Sony ever again. And there's a lot of great games out there. That's the other thing. There are so many great options out there. So it's not like there aren't other fantastic games we can, we'll eventually play or look at that are coming out soon. And also established games already. Even within this genre, they may not be like Destiny, but hopefully we can find something. My opinion, there's a way that this could have ended. And this is my belief. You could have finished out this last expansion. You could have came out to the Destiny community after not saying shit for 6 months. You could have came out to the Destiny community and said, hey, listen, this is the last expansion. Thank you, Destiny 2 community. We are going to go dark after this. And this is our final send-off. Monument of Triumph is not it. It's an update. Wasn't our last raid or our last dungeon or even our last big narrative beat. They could have still shipped all of that and done that shit. And that would have actually left off on pretty good footing. Actually, I think many of us would have been like, oh, wonder what the fuck they're doing. I wonder what they're doing. I wonder what they're working on. Especially if the narrative that they ended it on would have been solid. We would have walked away from that going, wow, I'm excited for the future. Hey, what are we gonna do while we sit around being excited about the future? You know what? I think we might go around in some marathon. oh my God, who the hell would have thought that could have been a thing? Instead, what we got was, hey, we're giving you this final update, which the devs worked very hard on. Then we were told directly from Bungie in their Twitter posts, all of the blame was directed at just Destiny. Did you notice that? All of the blame was just direct. Destiny 2 was underperforming, blah, blah, blah. Nothing about the studio, but more importantly, no fucking accountability. Not a bit of fucking accountability in that. Not no, we mismanaged, not this problem falls on us, just Destiny 2 underperformed. This is the result of it. It was the most bullshit statement I've ever seen.
Makes from games like Apex and Call of Duty and Minecraft and Fortnite, these ongoing games that they don't have to spend a dime on, by the way, just because people make purchases in those games through the PlayStation Store. You know how much money other studios like Insomniac make Sony because their games are exclusive and sell consoles, which then feeds those people into the PlayStation.
Look, again, Sony can go do whatever Sony wants to do. All I'm saying on that one is you've now alienated a very large player base. You just have. Does Sony make more money in other endeavors? Probably. Yeah, Sony can go make money and do other things. But I'm saying from a personal level, an individual level, for me, you just alienated me.
Ecosystem for all future purchases? What does Bungie even offer them anymore? Marathon isn't in a good spot either. They're giving it a valiant effort. I imagine Marathon will be given its 5 or however many seasons they announced, and pending some massive turnaround, Sony will likely absorb Bungie directly into PlayStation, turning them into a tech and networking support studio for Sony's other first-party games. Since they own the Destiny IP, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to see Sony ask Nixies, a studio that has handled other console to PC ports, to make a Destiny remastered. That's a really low-cost, high-upside project. You know, just take Destiny 1, allow it to run at higher frame rates, add it to PC, a few quality of life improvements here and there. I wouldn't...
Dude, with all the remakes that are happening today, I mean, like, I wouldn't be surprised. And honestly, I would play it. You know what I mean? I'd probably play it. But again, we'll see. I also wouldn't bank on it. D1 remake is such a layup.
Get my hopes up for anything beyond that, though. And again, I really do mean this, despite all of the other blunt, cold water I'm splashing on everyone's face. This is a massive shame. I would love to see Destiny get a sequel. I'd love to see Marathon do well, and for Bungie to have their other incubation passion projects and be able to pay their staff. Ironically, though, looking back, I do think if Destiny remained a game more like Battlefield or Assassin's Creed or even Madden and Call of Duty to some extent, they may have survived. I understand they started introducing live service elements while still under Activision, but it at least seems like Activision's original model was far healthier as a structure than the endless live service train Bungie left them to pursue. If you're unfamiliar, the original 2010 contract wasn't this forever singular Destiny game. It was a 10-year plan where there would be 4 Destiny games, one every 2 years with a big expansion in between. I'm sure the hardcore Destiny players who are in love with their gear probably don't like the sounds of that, but a new Destiny game every few years would mean way more upfront cash for Bungie, no live service treadmill, the FOMO would be gone as the games would be preserved just as Destiny 1 is today, less technical debt on the engine, a clearer narrative arc and onboarding process, no content vaulting, and less staff to pay.
Again, this is where I also have to disagree. To me, it's not the way in which Destiny did things and going the route of Destiny 1, 2, 3, 4, just like Call of Duties, the amount of Call of Duties we've done. There's a game out there that has continued to build upon itself year after year. Now, they've had to address all the technical problems. They've had to do overhauls. They've had to make those hard decisions and adjustments. You even see when they talk about it on their live streams, how important it is that the game has been so well maintained and what they're continuing to focus on to make sure the game stays well maintained. And that game is RuneScape. It's Warframe. It's fucking Warframe, guys. It's literally the same genre. But RuneScape is also a great example for that. Yeah. So to me, it's not the way Destiny did it and Bungie did it and the Call of Duty Battlefield way. There's the Warframe way. But what does Warframe have that Bungie doesn't have? Independence. The ability to call your own fucking shots. The kind of thing that we actually were so proud of when Bungie split away from Activision back in 2019. See, the reason why we ever even went along with the idea of a Destiny content vault was because we believed in Bungie's independence. We knew they needed to get their footing. And if the DCV was that thing that was going to allow them to get their footing, good. We would suffer through it. Turns out, no, it didn't work out that way. Instead, they went shopping for another buyer. Les, are you kidding me right now? Bungie Solo wasn't that great. Les, you cannot be serious right now. You're literally gonna judge Bungie's Les, do you think Witch Queen was made? Like, think about what was the 2 expansions PlayStation probably had the most influence on. Sony had the most influence on. Do you think Witch Queen was a part of that? It wasn't. Solo-wise, Bungie pushed out Shadowkeep, Beyond Light, Witch Queen. Beyond Light was good, Les. What are you talking about? I'd take a Beyond Light right now. Les, I will say this. It's your comments right now. That this is really, the goalpost has been moved. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Beyond Light was a great expansion. Beyond Light was
the PvP just blew ass.
Just because you got bones alongside the rest of us day one inside of PvP.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, that's the only thing that sucked about Beyond Light was just like the PvP. Holy fuck.
The deal went through. Yes, Sony stepped
PvP was so fucked in Beyond Light.
When they were operating solo during development cycles. I'm gonna be honest, the only thing we got after Sony acquired Bungie were layoffs, misprojections, and layoffs. That's all I think. So every time I turn around, we were getting layoffs.
I'm not saying Activision was some perfect guardian, no pun intended, keeping Bungie humble. I'm saying that the structure kept the treadmill in check. Every few years, you ship a game and you reset. Under Bungie leadership, the treadmill just keeps going forever. Until it didn't. But, you know, it's all just revisionist history now, I suppose. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out from here. Really appreciate you guys watching the video and hanging out with me till the end. Please let me know your thoughts on this entire situation down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, you can let me know by leaving a like. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.
Well, look, I mean, Timbo, I disagree with a lot of your takes on this, to be honest with you. What I did agree with was the take on the wasted incubation projects. I do agree there that there was too much wastefulness, too many projects that never came to fruition. As a gamer, though, yeah, I hate the DCV, but I also don't. If we were looking at Destiny 5 right now or Destiny 6, I don't think I would like that either. I don't want the Call of Duty model. And I know someone's gonna be like, well, Call of Duty's still around. Again, there are ways to do things, and I think that the Warframe Digital Extreme way is... See, when they can do a live stream, and half of the live stream is literally their CEO talking about just the technical side of Warframe's engine and what they've done there recently to refine their engine, and like him really breaking down all the technicalities around it, that tells you a number of things. First, it tells you how they're really in tune with what's going on under the hood. Secondly, it tells you your leader of your fucking company, he is locked the fuck in. Third, it makes me analyze what Pete knew. Far as I know, I never saw Pete. I think Pete played one character in Destiny, and I don't think it ever leveled up past 2018. He got cars, and he got a hell of a deal for Bungie. And if you made a lot of money with Pete, you probably like Pete. That doesn't mean Pete was good for us, or especially for the people that's just been laid off now for the past 3-4 years. To me, I see an example of how to not run a studio. We're seeing it firsthand. And it's a shame it's happening to one of our favorite studios ever. The studio that brought us Halo, the studio brought us Destiny, the studio that has made tremendous memories for myself and our raid team and friends and others that have played these games over the years. And so it's an absolute shame. And I don't place the blame completely at Sony. I know that a lot of that blame is towards those that were the guiding of the ship, if you will, for the past, essentially, I'd say 5-6 years. But Sony right now, they pretty much can do whatever they want to do. They can put Destiny in the closet. You'll never see that shit ever again. That's fine. We also have the ability to make our own decisions, like whether or not we want to buy certain games ever again, or deciding where we're going to invest our time and our money, whether that be games, platforms, whatever else. We'll see how it all shakes out.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.
Alright, let's finish up this hour. It's 10 o'clock. And then I will probably swap over to SCP, give or take, depending on what happens, and then end stream from there. See if we can even fucking get into a match in SCP, man. Holy fuck. Trying to find or get into a lobby this late at night is like pain. You stop jumping around like a fucking headless chicken? Is it nighttime? It's not even nighttime yet. Oh. Damn, this bitch just covered in blood. Alright.
Isn't a hero saving New York. It's Peter Parker, throwing punches until his hands shatter against the solid green giant. Blood dripping from torn gloves. No quips, no jokes. Just raw, uncapped physical force unleashed on the one target strong enough to absorb his grief. Because in this issue, Marvel completely flipped the dynamic. Spider-Man isn't fighting to protect the city, he's crashing out. And the Hulk isn't trying to smash, he's trying to hold himself against a broken man. When Peter Parker loses everything, he doesn't cry, he snaps. And the reason he just targeted the strongest mortal on Earth starts with 3 words. Mary Jane is dead, burned in a fiery plane crash over the ocean. At least, that's what the headlines say. But Peter Parker's mind rejects the truth. It turns the grief into a burning, suffocating rage. And it needs an outlet. Enter the Incredible Hulk. The Jade Giant leaps from the sky, slamming onto a Manhattan rooftop with seismic force. Concrete erupts, steel twists. Bruce Banner came to the concrete jungle to hide from the world that hunts him. But he isn't getting any peace today. The Hulk screams out, Why won't puny Bugman leave Hulk alone? Why won't anyone leave Hulk alone? To understand why Spider-Man snapped, you have to realize that just weeks prior, Hulk had been involved in an incident that crashed an aircraft. In Spider-Man's grief-stricken mind, 2 + 2 = 4, and the Hulk was the easiest monster to blame for Mary Jane's missing plane. Spider-Man drops down from above, placing himself on the Hulk's back. Could it be because you caused the deaths of 100 innocent people who did nothing more than fly an airplane which got in your way? You did it once before, maybe you did it again. Spider-Man slams the Hulk directly into a wall, just as the Hulk has to let him know. What Bugman talking about? Hulk not do anything to any airplanes. It's clear that Spider-Man doesn't care about logic. He doesn't care that it's nearly impossible that the Hulk was involved with Mary Jane's death, but he just needs
I'm heading to bed, see ya later.
Alright, champ. I'm probably gonna do the same here pretty soon.
The Hulk staggers, roaring in agony, disorientated as the world spins out of control. Bugman hurt Hulk, the Hulk screams, swinging his arms around violently. Spider-Man takes advantage, landing a couple of solid hits directly onto Hulk. Really? Okay, actually Bugman wanted to hurt Hulk, and he's going to do it some more. And this is where we see Spider-Man really begin to lash out. Full power attacks landing directly all over the Hulk. Spider-Man is fast, precise, and most of all, relentless. As the Hulk takes the barrage of attacks, he exclaims, "Why won't you leave Hulk alone? Hulk came here to get away from people who chase Hulk." It's at this moment that Hulk's massive green hand cuts through the air like a wall of solid iron, clamping around Spider-Man's chest. The grip instantly crushes the breath out of his lungs. Hulk slams Spider-Man into a brick wall, pinning the wall crawler off the ground. As Spider-Man tries desperately to wriggle himself free, the Hulk lets him know, Bugman strong, but Hulk stronger. Go away, Bugman, or Hulk will squash you. Spider-Man is able to break out of the Hulk's clutches, shooting 2 streams of webbing directly into the Hulk's eyes, blinding the beast instantly. The Hulk screams out in fury, tearing at the web on his face as he swings his massive arms wildly into the dark. What Bugman do to Hulk's eyes? Sticky stuff hurts Hulk's face. Bugman gets away from Hulk.
Right, RN, I used Video Workshop gear progression thing, says I need about 5100 B left for gearing Jover.
Holy fuck. Right now I use Video Workshop gear progression thing. Holy fuck. You gotta send me your Garmouth page so I can see where your gear's at, and I can probably try to help you navigate where you need to go and what's their like fastest progression method. Holy shit.
Got a piece that's seen better days. Lay it on the anvil. I'll have it gleaming like new before you know it.
The markets. What are you looking to trade today? I'll make certain you get the fairest price.
Yeah, let's slap this bitch and see what happens. Nice. 88% chance of success, still fails. Yup.
Mean big rewards after all.
Yep. Yep. Definitely a teehee har har moment. How many of those I got now? Should be kind of close. Let's see. 167, 177, 197? So almost 200, so means I need 153 more. Or theoretically 143 more. Because I'll just remove one of my bonds. I wish you could exchange like essences into like specific ones you want. Shit, I'd fucking pay for that shit. Alright. I guess we'll swap to,
He flies across the skyline,
what was it called?
violently crashing into a stack of newspapers. Spider-Man thinks to himself,
SCP
all
now.
I've got to do is rack these spider brains and formulate some sort of strategy. Can't
Right.
just go toe-to-toe with the Hulk, but I'm not going to let him walk, jump, or whatever away either. He's a killer. All those innocent people in that plane. I don't care if Nick Fury cleared him. Even if it didn't happen, it might. He reaches down to push himself up, and his eyes lock onto a discarded newspaper blowing in the wind. In bold black ink, the headline stares back at him. Supermodel feared dead. The world stops. The pain in his chest disappears, replaced by a cold.
Kinda wanna do this one
void.
instead.
No, it can't be true.
Bro,
There's
grinding.
got to be some other explanation. She's not, won't even say the word. Won't even think about it. She'll be back. I know it. All I've got to do is beat the Hulk.
Let's
get
see.
back to my life and wait. Nearby, the Hulk
Do-
tears the dried webbing from his face, his eyes glowing with fury. He turns toward the broken spider on the tracks. Hulk smash, Bugman. Spider-Man doesn't run. He stands up and charges straight back at the
Okay,
Hulk.
I know I'm gonna do
These
this.
two
Okay, so
titans
you want
collide, and the force of their impact literally buckles the steel rails beneath their feet. Spider-Man is now at the
Three.
peak of his rage. You know how many times I've heard that? How many times I've had enemies try to kill me, or someone around me? You have any idea how tired I get of hearing it, of having to deal with it, of living day in and day out, never knowing if Venom, Doc Ock, or the sinister 75,000 are trying to get even with me by striking out at someone close to me, someone I care about, someone I loved? No more. I'm not going to let it happen anymore. Not Venom, or Doc Ock, or Galactus himself are going to hurt anyone I love. Spider-Man drives a large piece of steel track over Hulk's head and continues lashing out as he does so. And certainly not you. She's coming back. I know it. I don't care what the papers say. Norman Osborn came back. Even my Aunt May came back. Somehow, Mary Jane is alive. And here is when Spider-Man fully unloads on the Hulk. He stops pulling back on
Fucking
his full
bitch.
physical strength, driving punch after punch directly onto the Hulk. Spider-Man is currently crashing out, and in his fury, he screams, and I'm going to find her. Do you hear me? My wife is not dead. I'm going to get her back. I don't care where I have to go, or who I have to beat. I am going to find my wife. And then, complete silence. Spider-Man drops his hands. His suit is shredded. His gloves are torn away. His knuckles are split open,
beer.
skin peeled back,
Beer.
dripping dark red blood onto the concrete. He gave everything he had, the full power of Spider-Man, and the Hulk just stands there, unmoved, unbroken. Spider-Man collapses to his knees, staring up at the Hulk. He's completely defenseless. Hulk looks down at the bleeding, broken man before him. The rage in the Hulk's eyes slowly fades into something horrifyingly human. Empathy. Bugman's wife dead? Hulk's wife dead too. Hulk, sorry. The words hit Spider-Man harder than any punch. The Hulk wasn't the monster today. Spider-Man was. Before the realization can fully sink in, a sharp, piercing screech vibrates into Spider-Man's skull. His spider sense has alerted him. He looks down the train line to see a train barreling down towards them, heading straight for the twisted, buckled rails caused by their fight. No time to bleed, no time to grieve. Spider-Man throws himself onto the damaged rail, trying to bend the steel back into alignment with his bare, bleeding hands. Can't let anyone else die because of me. Too weak. Never get it done in time. Suddenly, two massive green hands reach past him. With effortless, casual force, the Hulk grabs the warped iron track.
Damn. That's badass. Shut up, Amber Alert! Fuck you, bitch. Alright. 1 second. Alright.
Bending it straight back into place just as the train roars past, carrying hundreds of unsuspecting passengers safely into the station. Spider-Man looks up to thank the Hulk, but the Hulk is already gone, vanished into the shadows of Manhattan, leaving Spider-Man alone on the tracks, surrounded by blood, steel, and the quiet realization that some battles can't be won with strength. Let me know what you thought of this issue below, and for more Spider-Man content, make sure to check out my Spider-Man playlist. Peace, peace, peace!
See if I can even get into a match here. Fuck. Oh my.
Want me to post it here or the Discord?
Post it in the Discord. Be easier. Also, I'm thinking, pretty soon, I might try doing a Halo 1 through 3 lasso challenge. Should be kind of fun. Might stream it. I probably actually will stream it. That's stupid to say. My God, bro. Alright, let's see this.
Under gear.
Okay, so your accessories are actually good right now. What do you got for this? Twisted, so you're running a Donna. You have a basic bell heart? Have you not upgraded this at all?
I just got it 2 weeks ago from NV event.
Okay.
Took 5 years.
Yeah, that's what I've been, I don't know, I got really lucky, and, I remember, when I first got taken to, what, like Bells a long time ago. This is when, I was in Hexed. I ended up getting, the concentrated heart drop, and I was like, oh, the fuck is this? And it was like 10 bill, and back then for like, you know, new players, 10 bill was like insane. So I was like, bro, let me sell it, I'll just buy extra gear. They're like, no, don't sell it! And I just basically kept it ever since. I was like, okay, I'll keep it.
Insane money.
Yeah, well, I mean, back in 2020? Like, 10 bill was pretty fucking good. You know, during the Oasis event. That shit was retardedly good. 10 bill took forever to fucking get. You're looking to make like 600 mil an hour.
10B was close to full gear.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, let me sell it. So, these are all time gated. I don't... What was... I'm guessing you can only do... What was it? 85... You should almost be able to do... Cardigan? Or whoever the orb... Because you can do the mermaid right now, right? So you should be able to go...
I'm 1 DP off Rizulka.
Okay. So... Yeah, you should almost be able to do, yeah, the Orbita Castle Sin, which will help you with your, you know, armors, at least. I would just upgrade your helmet, since that's gonna be the easiest one to do. Okay, so, this is gonna sound awful, and I know, like, what
Owen Slayer.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, basically what you want to do is you want to get to, hold on, let me turn this off for a second. You want to be able to get one of these. I mean, you're basically there pretty soon here. So, like, as long as you can get this to Oct, basically your goal would be to get, you know, full try. Which the armors aren't going to be too bad. It's just, you know, like, once you get to Enslar, that's it. And then once you basically get to something like this, I mean, really, if you can get 2 Ox, like I was saying, like, I mean, all my taps went within 10, and I made sure to only use, like, a 280. Like, it's not super expensive to tap for Oct. I think it's, what, like, 1750 or something like that for Crons, which isn't too bad. I know it's pretty brutal when you're like, I've failed 71 fucking times. Fuck you. Fuck you and your RNG. Yeah, I know. But, like, basically, this is kind of the goal you want to get to, which is just, like, Tri-Gear with, you know, Oct, main hand, and...
I got 4 left, so whatever at this point.
Yeah. I would just, like, if you can, just get your helmet to, like, Duo or something, but I would prioritize...
Surely PA saving RNG for deck taps.
True, right? Fucking, I would get both your main and offhand to Oct as soon as you can, then get your armors to Tri. After you do that, you basically are now going to be on the crazy train of suffering by getting all of these to deck. Like, I mean, I know you don't have to, because the new set's coming out, and you'll just start off at base, but I have a feeling...
Woo.
Here's the problem, is I've heard the only way to get the upgrade materials are going to be grinding at certain zones, right? And because if they're not like small time gated zones like they are for the armors, right? I doubt they're gonna make the Adonia 2 spots like very low gear score requirement areas, so that you can at least have a chance to get like materials to drop. And I don't even think it'll be the full material either. So you probably want to attempt to try to get these to deck, which is gonna be pretty fucking painful. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it won't be painful for you, because for me, every single one of these, except like one of my earrings, went on like 20 plus fails, and I was using like 350 fail stacks for every single one of them.
Base
so,
Edania part 2 is 470, so.
Yeah, so yeah. It's you're probably gonna be better off just trying to get these to deck. I mean, I know we can cheese it with Suck Nova, but yeah, I would get these to deck so that when the new shit comes around, you'll be good. And like by that time, as you can see, you'll be at like 389. And then like, cause you already have this. So once the new, do they even have the new things here yet? I don't think they do. No, they don't. So once the new ones come out, I'm pretty sure the necklace, once it gets transferred to, like, you know, new accessories, this will give you, like, your bonus. I don't know if it's gonna get, like, you know, like, when you went from, like, pen necklace to, like, Karazad, but Knob Karazad necklace, you got, like, 2 AP more. I don't know if it's gonna be something like that, but if it is, that'll be great, because then that'll get you your 390, and then your 390, then you can start doing, you can finally start hitting the Tenumbrum Castle by that point, and that'll get you basically to where I'm kind of at right now while I'm suffering and waiting to get, you know, 395 AP. But yeah, basically this is kind of what your next step goal is, and also get this to Exalted. There should theoretically be plenty of materials on the central market to get all this stuff to, you know, get your Velzar Exalted. And this will just give you more DP. And then, you know, slowly, I would just say, like, slowly just, like, dedicate some...
So I'm actually, like, 2-3 weeks from the end game suffering train.
Basically.
Pog.
Basically, and then you want to do your best to, you know, get a, like, Resplendent Velzar. I think if you don't want to, like, do the upgrading part of it, you don't have to. I think, like, the Resplendent stones are, like, what? 10 bill? Something around there? Like, they're not too crazy. They're like 10 or 16 bill. If they're more than that, I mean, like, you know, Elbozo, I guess. But it's still worth getting, because then it'll increase your AP, I think. Actually, no, it doesn't increase. Wait, does it? 10? Okay, you get 2 more hidden AP. What does mine do? Okay, I get 13. 16, man. I wish I could get a Shining. That bitch is not gonna happen for me. But you basically want to at least get a Resplendent Bell's Heart. That way, when you exalt it, you're basically, you know, good to go. Where is it at? Exalted. 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 Am I fucking retarded? I mean, yes, but... I'm just, like, not seeing this thing. I know you could fucking exalt this bitch, man. What the fuck? Alright, this shit's retarded. Splendid. Am I retarded? I mean, yes, but like... Am I tweaking? Like, do I... Am I... Okay. Do I need to type resplendent? Okay, let's try this. There you go. Fuck, that was harder than it needed to be. This is basically your goal. Now you can't just say like, you know, like, I don't know what that was at. What was this at? Duo? Was that Pry? Okay, this should be like your goal right now. Like, basically you want to get to this, at least, because this will get you to...
Can't see it, you got SCP lobby on LOL.
Fuck! Hold on. Oh, I fucking closed it. Bro, why didn't you say anything earlier? Trolling me right now. This is what you want to get to. Sorry. This is your goal. So, you need to get your fucking heart exalted, and then you need to get it to be a resplendent. And then try to at least get your belt to deck. And then get both your main hand and offhand to oct. Get at least all your armors to duo, at least. And then, like I said, you can most likely easily get all the materials on this CM for exalted. So you don't even have to go to Elvia and grind that shit and make, like, piss change. And then from, like, here, this should get you to, fight, or be able to, you know, fight, what's bitch's face? Orbita. And then from there, like, yeah. I mean, this is pretty much...
I do have some decent amount of Sharps RN.
Yeah, well, like, I would double check to see how much the Resplendent crystals are on the CM. And if, like, you can make the money within, like, a day or two to, like, just hard buy one, I would just hard buy one versus wasting money on, tapping. Because once you get to, like, Splendid, it's pain to get, you know, to keep tapping. Because it's, like, 12 bill for 3 taps or something like that. I don't think I can save this. I can't. I'll just post this. And basically I would just kind of just, I don't know, use this as like a mini guide. Yeah, alright, post it in gear. But that's basically where you want to get to. That's your, the right side is your goal. This is your goal. This is where you want to be. Or this is where you want to get to. And that'll at least set you up.
Splendid is 38 2B. Splendid isn't on market.
Wait, Splendid is 32 bill? Oh, Splendid, yeah, Splendid's not going to be on the market.
And Shining is like 13B.
Well, it used to be. Oh, okay, I was about to say, yeah, I was like, Shining was in like the 5 trillion originally, so. And then, let's see, Shining's not, obviously, is out of the question. Splendid, I know it's like somewhere around like 168 bill, which isn't really worth. I mean, I fully pitied out. Sorry, I didn't fully pity it. It went on 79 out of 80 fails. So I basically just full priced it. But I mean, give or take, depending on like where you want to put your resources. You definitely need to get your heart exalted though. That's like a must. But if either, you start enhancing a stone and pray it goes to Resplendent, or you just buy Resplendent.
So my luck.
Hey, you never know. Maybe you get it on your third tap. Resplendent is actually pretty forgiving though, concerning it's like, what? Isn't it like a 30% chance it goes?
True,
Like,
don't know if I don't try.
I mean, like for real though, I'm pretty sure like Resplendent was like a 30%. Hold on, I'm pretty sure it's. Isn't there like a enhancer simulator? Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can do. Are we lucky? Did they put the fucking stone? Of course they did put the fucking alchemy stone. I don't think they put the alchemy stone in here. Oh, let's just type Resplendent. Nope. Damn. That's stupid. I'm pretty sure it's like a 30% chance, though. I could be wrong. But, yeah, I mean, like, it's like 25 or 30% for tapping for Resplendent. So, I mean, like, and it's only, what, 10? I think 10 of the 1 stones you get. So, you could do 12 taps per week. So, it's not, like, awful, but it ain't fun. So, yeah. Alright. Let me use the restroom. But, yeah, I would try to get your alchemy stone to Resplendent. Main priority things first. Resplendent alchemy stone, get it exalted, finish getting your main hand to Oct, or whichever one, and then get your armors to Duo. Disconnected? Brother. But yeah, and then once you have your dual armors, you can either A, start tapping your considering all things, so with all the hammers we've been getting, I hope you're not wasting that on a fucking octap. Use those hammers that we've been getting for your Kazarka belt taps. Considering that's what 3,650 crons per tap. And like, I mean, like, you can see like 330. Let's do like 10 taps. Yeah, see, they all fail. Like, it's this shit's rough. Look, still 0 successes. 1 success out of 30, which is the pity. That's actually pretty good. 4 successes? 4 successes out of 30. Alright, let's try another one. Let's try a 350. I know we got that as a fail stack. Boom, bam, bam. Full pity. Let's just do a 315. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, this, if you can get 1 more to deck, you're pretty much in the clear, but that shit is so rough. That shit is brutal. Alright. Why you tell me I'm disconnected and then... Holy fuck, did the whole game just tweak out? Jesus Christ. Okay. But yeah, no, you're in a pretty good spot right now because you at least have all the new armors and stuff like that. It's just kind of like knowing what you need to kind of focus on. Like the only reason like I've been focusing on my armors for quite some time or a little bit now was just because like I had like a Nov offhand. Like I was like I'm not too excited to like throw myself to like get deck main hand and offhand. So that way I can go fight Caphras. Because basically, whenever this new event happens, like I should be able to just go to Caphras finally. Now at least. As my AP will go up, so Caphras won't be that hard to get to. But like my goal now is to get all my armors to at least Oct. And then I'm just going to like hardcore focus on my weapons. Because like, you know. If I can get those ready to be decked, so when the next, like, when the Caltheon ball drops and they're like, oh, okay, now we're gonna have demon, main hand weapons, and if you have deck, then it'll go to, you know, whatever, and I'm just like, bro, fuck. So I just want to be ready for that. I doubt they're gonna do armors over, weapons next. Plus, having Oct armors will basically, like, put me in the best spot in the game, on top of playing the highest DR class in the game, so it's just like, yeah, Oct armors, I'll easily be golden.
I was watching.
Oh, they're not my dead. Dead.
We were able to do a ton of damage as guards.
And he will.
But
where is this guy?
Guards were actually able to do damage.
Oh, okay.
We did like.
He's staring at the ground. I was so confused.
To who? To
Peanut.
Oh, nice.
When my lava lamp has the ability to start fire with paper.
Is that in real life?
Yeah.
Saw nothing, bro.
It reaches like 300 degrees, I think.
Just don't put it on a stove.
Do put it on the stove.
Actually, yeah, it'll make it faster and better.
Don't put it on paper.
No, I've already done that once. That's how I made a bonfire.
What's the best round you guys have ever had in this game, like for yourself?
I once escaped in a couple, like 2 minutes, I think, or it was less.
Wait a minute, Gaster's making
20 seconds.
The hell of sense.
Yeah, I got teleported as a G-class, random black candy, all the way up to entrance.
Yeah, I did that too. I black came straight to entrance and had the card to get out instantly.
Oh no, I was outside.
Yeah. Baby, don't hurt me.
So we I got teleported too. I got like 20 seconds.
Gaster, you made perfect sense, by the way.
WD gas.
Whoever Gaster is, he made perfect sense, and I love it.
I've never had this weapon before.
I don't know. We have like 3 jukeboxes.
Almost
Real.
West Virginia.
Real.
Yeah, it's win.
Man, we really went the wrong way.
You can never go the wrong way.
I need someone to gamble.
Alright, please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. Don't go that way. Don't go that way.
Accidentally ate pink candy without noticing.
Bro, I was praying on your face. Gamble and escape. What is this shit ass?
Big candy boom.
All 3 of the SCPs with the pink candy.
1 out of 3 generators
Free bud. Hard out. One joke.
Got a game.
I think that's some tripping. I did hear Shy Guy. I don't got flashes, I can't fight this. Hey, bud.
Dang it. I said I would blow somebody up, I will. And I did.
I'm out of the game, bro.
I hit all 3 at SCPs at once with the pink candy.
Oh, okay, well, wave just happened, I'm pretty sure if I'm tripping.
No, we're mad wave.
I don't know. I'm tripping now.
Pink candy.
Oh! Holy ball! Oh my god!
Chaos kill me when I was chaos.
Bro, I just watched 3 people get eradicated by the fucking ball. Holy shit.
Oh, it might have been my ball. It was either mine or the other dude's ball.
Whatever's name that starts with a V.
Bro, the level of Aura Doctor is presenting right now, just not getting hit by this ball.
Bro, he's just popping perks, bro. Doctor's just popping straight up perks, bro. Bro's got an ingredients list on the side of his screen right now, bro.
Hello guys.
So you're actually the last
Salutations.
right now. You right now.
You're
right now.
you.
Currently the last person alive.
Holy shit, that zombie's so fast.
Why the fuck did I just hear Doom music, bro?
Why not?
Yeah, give me my Doom music.
Imagine if we get pink candy, wouldn't that be hilarious?
Don't predict the future. Don't predict the future.
Good game, bro.
Jesus.
Your mother.
I hate it here. I hate it here.
At the top, please press 1. To automate your purchase. But what's the
Hey, don't kill my friend! Don't kill my friend! Who was that?
Nice.
Oh, you scared me. Oh, hey, really?
Larry, this way. There's people this way. Well, there was.
There is.
I found him! I found him! Come here. Oh, he put a door by face. Damn. Oh, he did. Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Hostile forces activate. Defense model updated.
Doctor, I need shields, thank you. Oh no, I need to figure out how to use my fucking shit here. Hold on, series specific.
Oh crap, I got 3 pink candies now too.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Combo? Man, I'm trying to. Oh.
Bro, stop taking my candy.
Well, we gotta get it first, man.
Rainbow candy. Oh, you fucking pack. Hello. You're the pink candy.
Void. Alright, well, that didn't work.
Living your someone uniform. Really come like you're driven.
They went on surface right as all of them went down.
How have they not caught them yet?
Because they all went to surface.
Yeah, and he was hiding in a corner and they didn't see him, so he just went up the
Alright,
elevator.
I'll look it up. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you next time.